It's an EX77 for those people that used to follow the Panasonic model numbers. Customer says it powers up. Well, he thinks it powers up, but then it doesn't do anything. Bit like myself. I can't see anything, can you? The displays could be very dim on these, very dim. I think it's just going to be a capacitor problem on the power supply. I'm guessing, but I think before I do anything else, I'll just have a close look at the display. Do you know, across the world, millions of these still in use. They were built solidly, built to be repaired, built for service, just the occasional power supply issue. Now, did I see anything in that display? No. I'm sure the customer indicated that it stopped coming on, but then he said it started to come on, but it wouldn't work correctly. These have got to be between 12, 15, maybe 18 years old for certain models. This was a standard definition model. It's probably got something like 120 gigabyte hard drive inside, maybe a bit more. Nothing special, but sturdy units. Now, these machines are still worth fixing. People still love them. These are people that aren't bothered by high definition, because it's not a high definition model. Not 4K, not even HD. Just standard definition. That's the power supply. That's classed as the main board. Obviously, you've got the DVD drive here, and you've got the hard drive here. But if you pay attention to that particular cap and that particular cap, they have blown their gaskets. And just in case you need a better view, I'll switch to this camera angle, and you can see, well, you can see one of them in particular as thrown up. There's another one here which is bulging. It's such a common fault on these. So let's replace those two caps and see if it comes back to life. I've got a feeling it will do. These were well made, these Panasonic ones. It's just the Panasonic capacitors. Panasonic capacitors are normally 100%, they're brilliant, but the ones they stuck in the DVD recorders did have a shelf life, which is very surprising, because the capacitors that Panasonic put in their plasma TVs were always perfect. Absolutely perfect. But obviously they got the capacitors probably from a different company. I don't know. So bear with me for the next 10 or 15 minutes, or how long it takes. I'm not going to play any music. I'll just leave the cameras rolling. Just get some solder braid, and I'll take some caps out and put some new ones in. I'm 90% sure that's going to solve the problem. You never know, because bad caps can cause problems elsewhere, especially if there's a bit of AC ripple, but we won't know until we replace the caps and plug it back in. There may be smoke. There may be a welcome sign. What does it say? Oh, I think it normally says hello or please wait, doesn't it, for ages on the Panasonics. Pain in the backside. But anyway, let's do it. I mean, obviously I could get the ECR meter out, sorry, ESR, I don't know what an ECR meter is, and test, but it's pointless. You can tell the electrolyte has burst out and burst open. The caps will be dry, probably short circuit, maybe even open circuit. But anyway, let's just replace those two and see what happens. Keep it cheap for the customer. Another 6.3 volts, 330 microfarads. Let's put it back in and see if that's all it was. Turn some lights off and see if it lights up. And it does. Just let it go through its self-check mode, and then I'll just make sure it boots up, and then I'll keep it playing on test for a couple of hours, but I'm sure it'll be okay. It's good that these are still being used, and it's good that you know, it's such a simple repair, and a cheap repair too. But my goodness, they take ages to go through the self-check. It checks the hard drive, then it checks the DVD RAM assembly, then it checks the Freeview board. Then it will go to standby, which I think it has done. And then hopefully if there's no more capacitor problems, it'll bypass the hello and not stick on hello. If it sticks on hello, there's more capacitors need doing on the main board. I didn't see any, but there's a couple that used to go faulty that hide underneath the hard drive. Mm-hmm. No, it just took a long time. Channel 33. What's Channel 33? Bet you it's one of those old movie channels. Hallmark or something like that. Anyway, a couple of caps, and this machine will stay bouncing around for years. And if people are happy with standard definition quality, and standard definition on a good TV, especially if it's a matching Panasonic TV, is absolutely fine. Of course, we're all growing used to high definition now, and 4K, 8 and 16K on the way. This will be just fine. A quick fix. Forgot I said I would test the customer's remote control just to make sure he was convinced that it was a remote control issue at first, but it's not. No, it's just that. Thanks for watching.